Yeah, I'm now a snob that's like, ugh, Paula. I don't want to go to Paula again. But we're here.
We're here, man.
What are we doing here?
Dude, we're testing, man.
Testing the
Test.
2025?
2025 250. It's the first little stab at the race bike. So, gonna kind of go through the process we did with the 450 and do with the 250. So, good result with the 450. Only 4 days for me of testing, and then we did 3 days with Hunter and went racing and crushed it. So hopefully the things that we learned with the 450 can kind of translate to the 250, and we'll just learn. So looking forward to it. All the smoking I've been doing though is kind of caught up with me. Yeah.
Hopefully you can hang out there with all that.
I'm gonna
tar in your lungs.
I want to be like on those commercials. I'm Trey, 37. Been smoking for 27 years. This is what happened when you use tobacco.
Yeah, good times. How was the interview yesterday?
Dude, it was great. I think that's partially why I totally KO'd my voice.
Put the nail in the coffin.
Like, was already like a little bit under the weather, and then talked to Johnny Campbell for an hour on the interview, and then like probably an additional hour just seeing his place and talking about bikes and all that. So
good time.
Good times.
Mechanic superstar of HRC. What for you
that's a super bold statement.
What for you makes a successful test?
It helps a lot when you have a good test rider.
Oh, okay.
So you can check that off the list every week.
Yeah.
We haven't had too many unsuccessful ones. We got a pretty good crew, and just good ideas bouncing off each other, and I guess a good plan, really. Show up in the morning and write it all down, have a good direction.
The bike going forward, making progress.
Yeah, I mean, not everything you're going to do is necessarily in the right direction, but at least having a way to go on to the next thing.
Sweet. Easy. You're a superstar now.
I'm not a YouTube star.
Successful test. One, you have to have a good test rider that can actually give you some valuable feedback. I can tell you a lot of things that make a bad test.
Let's hear it.
Bike malfunctions, crashes, injured riders, Forgetting to put parts in the test truck that you need today, which I did today. So that, yeah. So, no, good test. Get everything through, check off the list of things you're trying to do. Good feedback. Consistent track conditions, even if it's not good track conditions. And there you have it.
Was today a successful test?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We got everything done that we wanted to do today, other than I dropped the ball on one part, but we won't talk about that.
We'll just blame you forever.
We'll blame you forever, yeah.
Okay. What makes a successful test?
When the bike is better
It's better
than it was when you started.
I thought you were going to say when Trey comes home in one piece.
That is a successful test.
So at the end of the day, the bike needs to be a little better.
A little bit better, a little bit faster.
Faster.
And yeah, if Trey is in one piece, then we're doing good.
Well, you think the proper answer would be to make progress or to make something better, but I would almost sometimes say like that's not always the case, because you always want to make it better, but I guess not making it worse, honestly, because with so many parts or so many directions and things to go through, I think half of the important part of testing is making sure you don't pick the bad stuff.
Was today a successful test?
Yeah, today was successful. Just first 2025 250 shakedown with Trey, and just running through a lot of the basics. So yeah, just making sure. I would say that to me, one of the most successful ways of judging a test is not always looking for forward steps, but just making sure you're not leaving in a backwards direction of any kind, because it's easy to get stuck in the weeds sometimes and get out there and end up with something maybe a little worse than you showed up with if you're not careful. So yeah, I guess I guard against that the most.
Everybody else said it was to have a successful test rider, and they complimented Trey, and you did.
Is that a fail? Is this a trick question? Is this a trick question?
Fail. We were really just looking for you to
Well, I
pat
mean,
Trey's back.
I guess I just grazed over that, because is there any other test rider besides Trey Kennard?
The test rider.
I mean, like, I wasn't really comparing Trey to anybody else, because, there is no other Trey.
One and only.
The one and only.
Easy money.
All right, take two. Was that a successful test today?
Yeah, I think so. Not every test that you leave, you're just like, yeah, we nailed it, And I don't think that we probably are at the final kind of setup at this point. So I think we got the information that we needed today. Obviously, first day on the bike, we're not going to knock it out of the park right away, but there's certain parts that you don't want to just throw on the bike and just assume that that's the way, especially with tie bolts and clamps and things like that. Sometimes the tie has a different character than, say, steel, and so we just want to kind of circulate through some of that stuff, and we did, and thankfully everything was working good, and I don't feel like we landed very well with suspension. We still got a minute to kind of digest what this new bike's going to need, but I feel like the lessons that we've learned with a 450 are going to apply to this. So we've got a test next week with Chance, and I feel like kind of the purpose of the day was to kind of give us a jump start before we go down there and get a couple days with him. So I feel good about it. You want to leave a test and go dude, that was sick, I'm so pumped, but that's not every test. There's so much of a procedure and steps to making a good motorcycle. So I think we're on our way. I still feel really good about this 25 machine. It helps that Hunter's had some good success the last few races on it. So yeah, I'm stoked. I think things are looking up. I'm glad I made it through the day, because I don't feel great. I don't know if you can tell, but
You don't look great.
do I look pretty bad?
No, you look fine.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I am pretty red. How about that nose?
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right, 2025.
You didn't ask me the question.
if we had a successful test.
No, what makes
Well, what makes a successful test?
mainly hot dogs.
What makes a good dirt bike test?
Daddy.
That's the answer. That's the answer we needed.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.